If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. Hell, give him somebody to look down on and he'll empty his pockets for you. Lyndon B Johnson. You know, I said those words not for applause, not for history books, but because I'd seen it firsthand. I knew what I was talking about. If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. Hell, give him somebody to look down on and he'll empty his pockets for you. I was raised in the hill country of Texas. I grew up around poverty. Real poverty. I saw white families with dirt on their hands and hunger in their bellies, and I saw black families in worse shape still, denied dignity not just by poverty, but by the cruelty of segregation. And I saw the politicians, the landowners, the smooth-talking power brokers who kept them divided. They knew the oldest trick in the book: pit the poor against each other, and they'll never unite against you. When I became president, I didn't forget that. I didn't forget what the Southern strategy really meant. I didn't forget how fear and pride are twisted to keep people from seeing who's really holding the strings. That's why I pushed through the Civil Rights Act, why I fought for the Voting Rights Act. I knew we were tearing out the roots of an old system, and I knew we were up against more than laws. We were up against a mindset. And let me tell you, that mindset hasn't vanished. You may not see water fountains labeled for whites only anymore, but you damn sure still see efforts to divide. Today it's immigrants, it's trans kids, it's urban versus rural, blue versus red. They'll find whatever line they can draw to keep you angry at each other instead of looking up to see who's profiting while you're distracted. And while you're arguing about books in libraries or flags on jerseys, they're stripping your health care, cutting your wages, deregulating your air and water. They're passing tax laws you'll never benefit from, rolling back worker protections, selling off the public good. I warned you, if you don't know who you're mad at, they'll pick your pocket clean. But you see, I still believe in the power of the people, when they're awake, when they know their neighbor isn't their enemy, when they understand that the real divide isn't race or religion, it's power hoarded by the few at the expense of the many. We built the Great Society because I believed government wasn't the enemy. It was the tool of the people when used right. We passed Medicare and Medicaid. We funded schools. We fought poverty, not perfectly, but with purpose. And we did it by refusing to let fear of the other dictate our policies. Today we need that spirit again, not just in politics, but in our homes, in our towns, in the way we treat truth. We need a media that informs, not inflames. We need leaders who serve, not stage. And we need citizens who can disagree without dividing. So here's my advice for the future. Don't be a pawn. Don't let them sell you superiority to keep you small. The minute someone tells you who to hate, ask what they're selling. Ask what they're hiding. Ask who profits from your anger. Remember, dignity doesn't come from stepping on others. It comes from lifting each other up. Justice isn't a handout. It's a promise that no one gets left behind just because of where they were born, how they pray, or the color of their skin. Don't let the oldest trick in the book keep working, not on your watch. We have too much to do, too many wrongs to right, too many hands to hold. You want a future worth building? Start by seeing your neighbor, not as a rival, but as your partner. And don't you dare empty your pockets for a lie. Lyndon B Johnson.